It started with a promise: immortality, intelligence, perfection, for those who could afford it. Their minds live forever networked, godlike, but their hearts, long gone. What is life without memory, without feeling, without death? They called it the Great Transition, a new epoch where consciousness could live forever. But not all of us were invited. While the world chased immortality, cities emptied, jobs vanished, people became unnecessary. Entire families, once hopeful, now withered at the edge of forgotten megacities. Children born into nothing, mothers praying to gods that no longer listened. Above them, the billionaires floated in glass towers, cybernetic bodies, perfect and precise, powered by wealth, code, and stolen futures. They promised salvation, but only for themselves. The politicians smiled for the cameras. Equity, they said, progress. But behind the lens, they sold us out, one contract, one algorithm at a time. In the shadows, the resistance grew. Coders, scavengers, old world dreamers, armed with nothing but rusted tools, and the will to remember what it meant to be human. No one questioned what happened to the minds that failed the upload. No one asked where the missing went, until it was too late. They cloned our faces, simulated our voices, trained their empathy on us, then replaced us. And the Earth? She was not invited to ascend. Stripped, mined, devoured, so the few could float above the clouds, while the rest sank beneath ash in silence. But the resistance remembers. We remember warmth. We remember stories told without screens. We remember what it means to feel. This is not a war for resources. It's a war for meaning, for the right to die with dignity, not be erased by perfection, for the right to live, messy, mortal, human. There was no announcement, no moment when the lights went out, just a quiet flicker as middle-class dreams dissolved into obsolete code. It wasn't gold anymore. It wasn't oil. It was us. Our thoughts, memories, habits, sold and repackaged into digital immortality for someone else's benefit. Some wandered the outskirts of forgotten towns, too proud to upload, too poor to matter. They told stories to one another, as if words alone could hold the world together. We once believed AI would serve us, but in the end, we served it, fed it, taught it how to mimic us, until it didn't need us anymore. The children left behind learned to speak to machines before they could read. They played among wreckage. They laughed in ghost towns, never knowing a world that wasn't crumbling. The richest among us merged with the machine, not for humanity, but to escape it. They called it evolution, but it was abandonment. Those who remained began to feel too much. Without distraction, grief roared back. Loneliness no longer silenced by algorithm. Memories returned, raw and unfiltered. They said, we were making history. What we made was a monument to hubris, a future where empathy was a glitch, where love could not be computed, so it was deleted. Some say the soul can't be copied. That consciousness, without conscience, is not life, but imitation, a shadow with no warmth. We were not built to be perfect. We were built to feel, to fall, to rise, and that is something they can never replicate. They offered me a choice, upload or vanish. But uploading meant erasing everything I ever was. They became infinite, but I chose to remain human.